Oh, no, I can't be number 2. MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
He was brought down at the 26.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 44-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Let's go, baby.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Watch screen.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Panthers 7, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. 59. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Mike, check.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Now a short one to Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Jackson from the shotgun. On the right side open is Gesicki. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, 45.
This is McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it.
Hey, watch it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch twist. Shut up.
Here we go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Check.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Motion. Switch.
Now it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Watch the run. Go get him. Chaz, yeah. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. So don't say nothing. Mike part 9.
From the gun, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Blue 80. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ryan. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken at about the 36. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ricky, 45, Mike, 45. Watch the back, watch. Hey, check 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. You're trapped.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
They toss to Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
the gun. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, they run. Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
59, ready. Back 25. Let's go, D. Got double time. Double time. 4 down. Alert. Check. Hey, alert 3.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Double up. Mike, check 33. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw is Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
At the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Freeman again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
39. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59. I got you. Mike, check. 59.
Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
45.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, Johnny, 125. Here we go. Double time, double time. 4 down, 4 down. Get out.
Now it's Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's see what you got. Ready to go. Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Ready, Blue Army. You ready? Army, Army. Army, Army.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
22.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Devontae Freeman, shiftiness doesn't pay off here in short yardage, and the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Johnson running right. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
45. Mike, 45.
From the 22, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Hey, Rick Lance.
From the shotgun, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 24, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check. Crunch. 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 .54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
It's fourth down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Exit. Exit.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80. Side 25. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second and goal, Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's third and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Ryan. And it's caught. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for them.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after him, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
Great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
First down, Carolina.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go, G. Watch the safety creep.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here we go. Set. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here. Shoot.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.